Passing in goals isn't like other football games, and if you don't adapt, you'll keep losing possession. Hey guys, it's Alex again, and in this tutorial I will go through how passing really works in goals, how to make smarter choices, and how to create chances that nobody else does. So let's get right into it. First up, we are going to start with the basic controls, just how everything works, which button to press, and so on and so forth. And after that, I will go into deeper detail on the passing system, so we will take a look at some gameplay examples and go through them together. Okay, we start with the most basic one of them all, the ground pass. This is performed by pushing the X button on the PS5 controller. The more advanced thing you can do here is press L1 plus pass. That makes your passer immediately take a run and try to break the defensive line. Other than that, the thing to look out for here is the ground passing stat of your player. That determines how fast the ball travels. Next up, we have the driven pass. It's performed by pressing R1 plus X. At the PS5 controller. As you can see here in the clip, the speed of the ball is much faster here than the regular ground pass, but so is the error rate as well. If you make a pass from a bad angle, your ball will like bounce and be really slow, and that can lead to your opponent intercepting the pass as well. So if you are going to make a driven pass, make sure that you're facing your receiver here, so you don't get as much error. Now we have the regular through pass that is performed by pressing the triangle button on the PS5 controller. Great for passing in tight spaces, especially in the 4-3-1-2, when you have the triangle with two strikers and one attacking midfielder, just to play the ball into space of the attacker or the midfielder instead of the threaded through pass that we will go through next here, that you should play when you have more space ahead of you. As you can see here by the examples, the through pass is played into space, but not so much in front of the attacker that the next pass will be that I show you. Now we have the threaded through pass, and that is performed by double tapping the triangle button. It's more like an aggressive through pass. You play it more with power and more into space, that the attacker can run into the ball than a regular through pass. But as you can see here, when the attacker takes a run and have much space in front of him, it's really good to perform these type of passes. Okay, next up we have the lofted pass. It's performed by pressing L1 plus the triangle button on the PS5 controller, and it's a great tool for your attacking, just like catching the opponent off guard here. If he's not manually selecting his defenders, they will not automatically track the runs all the time. So if you see that a defender is facing the passer instead of running besides your attacker, it's a great tool for just getting through on goal, because they will not have the time to catch up with your through pass here. Okay, the regular cross. It's performed by just pressing the square button on the PS5 controller. Not that useful as of now in the game, at least, but if you have a really tall striker, it could be the way to go. As you can see here by the clips, I managed to score one really nice headed goal, but I would just recycle the ball instead, or try the low cross as it's really strong in this patch, so I will go through that next. Next up we have the low cross that is performed by double tapping the square button. It has been greatly improved in this patch, and as you can see here, it's just like a cutback pass but more accurate. Okay, how does the passing system in goals really work? The power bar is just an indicator on which passing receiver you are going to select with your pass. In other football games, the power bar is a tool for how fast your pass will go. If you just tap the pass button, it will make a really short pass and it will be really slow as well. In goals, even if you tap the pass button, the speed of the pass will always be the same. It's just that the receiver will be the closest one that you aim for with your left stick. So like the power bar is just a selector for your passer. And also passing system is rather contextual. So if you can see here at my screen, we have the replay of the glitched open where I play Akella. As you can see here, I have already triggered a run with my attacker here, and Akella has selected this defender as well, so he gives me a lot of space to work with here. When I play my through pass, I know that it will be in this area. However I aim, even if I should aim my right stick, or my left stick, sorry, here, I know that the passer will be this player here, and it will get played around about here because he has so much space, and when I play the through ball he will run into it. So if you know how the game works, you also know at the defending side of things that if he plays a ground pass, if I should play a normal X pass here, it will go straight here to my player. I will not do that because that would be really stupid, but as a defender, let's say that I play the ground pass here. I know for a fact that if I press the X button, it will always get here. The game will not decide to go around the defender just for the receiver to get the ball. Here, I would lose the ball if I pressed the X button. Instead, I choose the through pass and play it around here. And if we play the clip as well, you can see that I play it, and here I get through space and to drag back. Okay, now here my players are all standing still. No attacking AI is making any runs or anything. If I would play a ground pass as a defender, Kella now as his player here, he will make sure to just stand in the way and mark everything. Right now, I think my only option here is to pass it here. I can't pass it here, as you see, defender is in the way. I can't pass it here. Even if I add a through pass, he will intercept it with this player here, because if I would play a through pass, maybe it would get around here, because this player is also standing still, so it will just be played a little bit in front of him. That's what I mean about the contextual part. Depending on what your receiver is doing, is he taking a run, is he standing still, the pass can be executed differently, but it will always be the same. If my receiver is standing still, he will always get the pass to him here. Even if I have a player that has, let's say, 10 passing, it will always get here. It will be accurate, but the speed of the pass maybe will not be as fast as one with 99 passing, because the passing stat only determines how fast the ball travels when you play the pass. So a player with the 99 ground passing will have a greater ball speed than a player with, let's say, 10 ground pass. I wouldn't recommend play anyone with that low passing in the attack anyway, so that maybe doesn't matter, but the accuracy is not determined by the passing stats itself on a player card. It's different things that matter here. It's how well marked are the players by the defenders, or are they engaging in a physical battle when you, for example, play a left and through pass. But as we can see here, I don't have many passing options, but here instead I just recycle the ball, I dribble and try to find an open passing lane. I think that Akela is doing a great job at defending. Now that I have recycled the ball, this is when I have my first passing option in the attack, at least I feel like. So here I could play it to him because he's taking a run inside. I can play it out wide here to recycle again, but this is my first attacking pass that I can make without losing the ball. The other passing options I had before were too risky, and in this game, if you lose the ball, you get countered and then you concede a goal. Yeah, we can roll the clip here again. Let's see. And I got a really good chance there, but he blocked it. But the passing, the key is to be patient and be careful with your passes, because if you are facing a skilled opponent, he also knows how the passing system is working and which pass do I have like in mind to do in my attack. But if you get the basics of the passing system, that can help you a lot in the defense as well, because you know which angles to cover when the passes are made. Because they are not assisted, they will always have the same kind of pattern. I usually compare it to CS, Counter-Strike, where if you have a gun and you're standing still, it will always have the same spray pattern. The, if we say passing pattern here in goals, will also be the same. So I know if my player is standing still and he is standing like in the box, I know for a fact that this pass will always get executed in the same way. There's no randomness in the pass itself. Also right now, as you can see here in my build-up, I almost always use the R1 X pass, like the driven pass, just to have some speed in my attack as well. Here we can see my first goal of the game. Let's rewind this a bit here. Let's see. Here we can see my build-up. I play an R1 X pass again, and here I trigger a run for my attacker, and here we have a through pass. Okay, so right now I go by the touchline here. I could play a pass directly here. It would be like a R1 X pass again, just for the speed, because if I play a through ball here, maybe that would work in other football games, because it's good for my attacker to run into the ball, but it would get played around here because a through pass will be played a little bit in front of the attacker. But as you can see, the arrow here is really close to the defender, so I know for a fact that Akela wants to cover this lane because here is the open space and my attacker here is going nowhere. So if I play here, it would get, I wouldn't have an opportunity to score here, at least. So if we play again, we can, you can see here Akela moved his defender because he was covering that space. I just do a fake shot, and instead now I play a normal ground pass because I see that he has chosen his player here, and right now his other center back is backing off instead, so I have a free space with my attacker to go in here. Then he quickly switches, and that makes a great opportunity for my attacker here to running towards the penalty spot as well. So if we play it here once again, I have the open space and I have an open shot for goal. So here I was really patient with my passing once again, just to get the space for my attacker. Just to give an example, when the lofted through pass is really good, here we have a kickoff. I trigger a run for this player Here, as you can see, he points his arm straight forward. Just because we are seeing the replay, we can see that Akela has selected this player. I don't see this in game, but now when we see the replay, we can see it. So right here, Akela is too late with his switching, and also he switched to this player who is not running, he's standing still, and that will make, like, my player here already has momentum forward, so he will almost always win the race to the ball here. So that's why I play a lofted through pass, because I know he has a lot of space here and none of the defenders have momentum. Like this one have recently changed his momentum here, but he's still accelerating, so my player is almost at max speed because he has run for 1.5 seconds or something like that, and that's a great way to execute the lofted through pass, because I know that this pass will be played into space, and he has a lot of it here, and you can just play it here to see how it looks. And here, okay, maybe the first touch wasn't as good here, but as you can see, I created an attacking opportunity just by seeing that my opponent's center backs, or the fullbacks as well, didn't have a momentum going to the defending side of the goal, and that's when you can execute the lofted pass with great success. Okay, and the last example that I wanted to show you is my deciding goal in the final. You can say that it's a kickoff glitch or something like that, but I knew for a fact that when I played this first pass, we can stop it here. I triggered a run immediately here to him. As you can see when you're triggering a run that the player is raising an arm, and I saw that Frostbreeze has selected his defender, and he's jockeying as well. He's holding L2, and that makes that his momentum for his center back is facing the ball holder here, and to change direction he must switch the defender to face the goal here instead, and that will take a lot of time as well. If we just play it here, just because I have triggered the run, now you can see he switched his player, but he's standing still. My player has momentum going forward, so he is almost at max speed, and his center back is just accelerating right now. And that's just because he made the mistake to pressure the ball holder, and that leaves a gap in the defense. And I saw that, and as you can see here, he panicked and he switched to the other center back as well, and I have already initiated my L1 triangle through ball, and we can see here I have so much space, and then I got lucky that the chip itself got in. But that's just a great example on how to use the lofted through pass here. If you see that the opponent isn't even actively switching to his defender where you have triggered the run, just to see if the AI tracks it, otherwise you will be through and goal all the time. So like in goals, you really have to actively defend, even if it's hard. You really need to do it, because you can't rely on the AI to do anything for you right now, and you shouldn't. You should actively try to defend, but as an attacker you have so many options because of this. Okay, we talked about how the passing system itself works, and this goes hand in hand with how defending works as well, but that will be in my next video. I would just like to start with this one and take it from there, because if you know how the passing system works, it will help you a lot in defense as well. Which angles to cover, which player the opponent's trying to pass it to as well. And next time we will discuss how you should defend in this game, and that's a really hot topic as well, because I see many people having trouble with figuring out how the defending system really works. But yeah, that will be the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, and as always, see you on the pitch.